Hello, everyone out there in podcast world. Hope you're having a great day. You're listening to or watching the Service Business Mastery Podcast. I'm your host, Tersh Blissett. Today we have Carlos Reyes, and I could tell you we're going to talk about one thing, but I'd be lying if I said that because pre-report call, we've talked on so many different topics, and it's super awesome because I consider myself a serial entrepreneur and have owned several service businesses and started service businesses bootstrapped and everything else. But this guy here is like the ultimate serial entrepreneur. And I'm super excited to pick his brain for the next half hour or so. And with that being said, welcome to the show, Carlos.
Brother, thank you for having me. I cannot wait to continue our conversation. I feel like it's going to be very fruitful, not only for us, but anybody that's listening.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what you kind of have going on. I mean, it's a pretty extensive background, if I can say so myself.
Thank you, brother. So I'll keep my story to about I would say 60 seconds, 90 seconds, even though people absolutely love the underdog story that I carry. Right? Was born in Mexico, extreme poverty. My mother, she definitely was the visionary in our family because she knew that her kids were not going to have a future in the poverty that we were in. And when I say poverty, brother, I mean, like I was saying earlier, dirt floors, dirt roads, a back house, taking showers out of a bucket, because we didn't have any running water, no toilets, no showers, washboard outside. My grandma and my mom used to wash her clothes on a washboard. So that's how I grew up. And my mother just said, you know what, this isn't it. Like, this is, man, God bless her. Thank God, bro. I retired her in 2017. That was like a lifetime. I've dreamed about that day since I was 5 years old of retiring my mother. Right. So my mother, she's like, you know what? No, I'm going to take my kids to where they have an opportunity to be someone or be something, And sure thing, she came over to the United States of America. She went to California first. She worked in the fields. She worked out in the fields. She got amnesty at some point. Her paperwork was given to her because she was a field worker. And after a year later, she went back for my brother and myself, and she tried to sneak us in through a sewer system. We failed. We got kicked out. 48 hours, my mom, her perseverance is insane. Like, her perseverance level was crazy, right? She just did not quit. She was like, okay, let's regroup, 48 hours, let's go back. Boom. This time we make it. She's carrying my little brother in her arms, and she's dragging me with her right arm through the sewer system in San Isidro. It's in the California border. We get to Escondido. We only last about 2.5 years. Financially, it just, it was just too much for a single mom with 2 children. And then, we failed financially, went back to Mexico. I went back to Mexico. It was 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. And my mother and I, we had a plan. We're like, you know what? Let's put some money together and let's try it again, right? Because now you have this proof of concept. Right? And then, brother, when you've seen what's on the other side, when you've seen the United States of America, right? When you see like just the capitalism, the opportunities here, the people, everything, right? There's just nothing like it. So when we went back, we were like, we don't want to be part of this world anymore. We got a little taste of this other world. And this other world is sweet. It's like the land of milk and honey. So we're like, okay, let's put our heads together. I'm going to bag groceries and work on tips as a 9-year-old. And she said, I'm going to go work at the resorts, cleaning hotel rooms. Let's put our money together, and then we'll try Phoenix, Arizona, because it's not as expensive as California. Gotcha. Sure thing. We saved up enough money. She came over. Later, she went back for me, one at a time now, right? One son at a time. The first time it was both. It was very difficult financially. She learned. We learned. She brought me over. She paid a guy $25 to jump me through a hole in the fence in Nogales. Brought me up to Phoenix, and here we are. I became after spending more than half of my life as an illegal immigrant here, or illegal alien, whatever you want to call it. it took me a very long time to become a citizen of this great country. And then again, once I was of legal status, I worked in corporate America for a very long time. And
Yeah.
I just knew that I always had the itch. I always had that subconscious push of, this ambition to want to be more and do more, especially for everything that my mom had done for me.
Right.
I wanted to be the person to change the financial history and trajectory of my family's existence. So I said, you know what? I left that job that job. It was a pretty comfortable job. I was there for a very long time, and I had a
Yeah.
very high ranking position, and I was making $70,000 a year, which in Arizona, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. Um, and I went all in, kind of like with the hat I'm wearing now. This is
Mhm.
All In Nation, right? With the little, this is our logo, this is our flag. All In Nation, God, family, hustle here on the side. These are our core values and principles. So anyway, I went all in, and I built a real company, investment company from the ground. Remember, you asked me, you're like, well, did you have like some angel
Yeah.
investor, venture
Right.
capitalist? How
Right.
did you
Right.
do this? How are you
Mhm.
flipping houses in the entire country now, right?
Right. Yeah.
I said, no, brother, it started with one bandit sign, right? One bandit sign changed everything. I was
Yeah.
out putting out bandit signs for 6 months. 2,400 bandit signs is what it took me to get my first real estate deal. And guess what? I didn't have the money to buy the house.
Mhm.
I just found the person who was willing to sell me an off-market discounted property. So I found that house. I put that under contract, and then I brought it over to somebody who I knew had the money to flip it. And all I did was I
Just sold the
I
contract.
assigned I assigned the rights to that property to this person, and I made my paycheck. I was the middle guy. I was
Yeah.
like the what would you
Like a
call it?
finder fee or something.
Like a bird, yeah, like a
Yeah. Bird dog fee.
bird dog fee, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it started for me, man. And then after that, I've been able to build this empire of 27 companies. And I own a 10,000 square foot building here in Midtown Phoenix that I purchased in December of 2019. I have
Wow.
hundreds of people that work under me throughout the conglomerate of what is, our companies, right?
Yeah.
So it's been a beautiful journey, man. Again, I'm living the American dream, and that's why my profile says I am the American dream, because I'm not even
Nice.
born in this country.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate dream that so many people have, that like you're like, you see America from the outside, and then you get a taste of it, and you come over, and then you like really have made something of yourself, which is amazing.
Many people take what we have here for granted,
Oh yeah. So much so.
right? Too
Yeah.
many people take it for granted. I was not about to take this for granted.
It's
I got
wild
to be
how
grateful.
you coming from the outside in, and you're like, okay, I'm not taking this for granted at all. And then someone else who has,
They're
from
born
here,
here.
like middle class, and you're like, ah, woe is me, I have so hard. And then you're like, oh man, you don't have
There's
any
not enough
idea what hard
grit.
is.
There's not
Yeah.
enough grit.
So tell me, what is All In Nation? Like what is that all
So All
about?
in Nation was started. It was started as an entrepreneurship, like an entrepreneur movement,
Uh-huh.
like a tribe, right? Back in 2015, I started All In Nation, and it was just an entrepreneur movement, right?
Mm.
Allinnation.com. Um, why? Because I wanted to find like-minded, driven individuals that I can connect with. So I built this company, this movement, kind of like a 10x. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you see all these movements out there. That's what it is. It's a movement. It's a tribe.
Right.
And that's why I started. I wanted to attract people at the same principles and drive and core values that I have.
Mm.
That's how this started. And I have. Brother, when I tell you that we've been able to impact, change thousands of people's lives, I mean, there's so many people.
Is it so? Do you find that you focus on a lot of real estate people who are
Well,
interested in real
it
estate,
started,
or
yeah. So it started with real estate education,
okay,
right? It started with real estate education, and then it kind of transitioned and shifted to a personal development type of movement,
Gotcha.
becoming the best versions of ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Tapping into the highest level of ourselves. It just shifted into that, becoming the best husband, father,
Okay.
son, brother, businessman, partner. That's what it shifted out to be. That's what we stand on now.
That's what's up. So, are predominantly are the members in that, or part the people that follow this,
The tribe members,
the tribe members? Yeah. That are they business owners, or are you
all of them.
finding?
For
Okay.
they're either business owners or they're aspiring business owners.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I was kind of curious. So basically you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of go-getters and people who
Yes.
want to learn how you've done what you've done and implement that in their lives.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what it is, and mission accomplished so far. Mission accomplished. It started, brother. I remember it started with like 5 people. It was like a church,
Hmm.
like 5 people. Then like those 5 people told like 5 other people, and then next thing you know, we have thousands of people that are part of our community now.
Are y'all meeting like having like
Yeah,
conferences
actually,
or
brother, we're
whatnot?
about to have we're actually hosting a mastermind for our members in La Jolla this weekend.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be education during the day, and
Uh-huh.
then like leisure in the evening.
So it's in person. You're able to do
It's
that in
in
person.
person. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, with everything going on, it's. I have to ask that. You know how it is.
No, I get
Sometimes.
it, brother. I had COVID in November, and for the most part, I believe our the event coordinator Courtney, who works with us here,
Yeah.
I believe she's getting like the rapid testing going with
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the members. So yeah, she's gonna do her best to keep us safe for sure.
Cool deal. Cool deal. I love that. That's really cool. Um, with that being said, you have 27 companies right now. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
27. So ha, ha, these companies, some of them were created out of necessity, or they were created because of uh, other you did a solution to a problem that you might have had with your larger companies. Is that correct?
Yes, actually, you know what? My CFO earlier,
Uh-huh.
she sent me a structure of like our S corp. We have 5 different S corps that is the umbrella to some of our other companies.
Okay.
She sent me this earlier. It's funny. It's just a coincidence, right? Like she sent me all this earlier with like our S corps. I'm about to tell you how many of those companies are service driven. Okay.
Okay.
All right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11. Okay, there's 11 there. 11 service providers. Ready?
Wow.
Those are real estate. Nope, none of them there. Production company. Nope, none of them there. Nope. So where are we at? 11,
Yep.
12, 13, 14 out of 27 are service providers.
Wow. And so I mean, is it because of not having adequate service providers before, or supplementary businesses before, or was it that uh, the desire to just create
It,
another business rather than paying someone else
I
to do it?
believe, I believe, brother, it was a mixture of both. It was
Okay.
like, I'll give you an example. We have a company called magnusdigital.com. It's a pay-per-click company. It's a digital marketing agency. And, we saw the need. We were doing pay-per-click for, with some other, like with certain campaign managers and
Yeah.
certain companies. And we just, the expectations were not met. So what did we do? We launched a company with a person that had worked at Google for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Hey, his name is Dave, right? Like, hey, Dave, we're interested in launching this company. We understand it's going to cost this amount of money. We probably won't see a return until maybe about 14, 15 months. Are you in? And he was in. And that company is going to do over 7 figures this year. Actually,
Wow.
hold on. It did 7 figures last year for the first time, 2020. We launched this company in 2018. It took us, 2018, 29, it took us 2 years to reach our first 7 figures in profits.
Holy cow. So not only are you utilizing these companies, you're also, you know, farming them out to the general public as well. So it's not.
Absolutely. We have about 63 active clients with that company.
Nice. That's what's up. That's cool. I mean, I love that, the go getter and the drive that you have, instead of just saying, woe is me. Like, there's nobody out there that's going to solve my problem, so I'll just deal with the best of the worst case scenarios. You're like, nah, hell with that. I'm just going to make another company.
Yeah, brother, we don't get to where we are by not having certain expectations of the people we surround ourselves with.
Yeah. That I love that. That's really cool. That proximity, the rule of proximity, and that you surround yourself with people who you aspire to be like, and so I'm assuming that that's a lot of what All In Nation is as well. That power of proximity.
Yes, it's a tribe, and everybody, for the most part, man, like, it's been a beautiful journey to see people like over the past 2 to 3 years just become, millionaires in in their respective state industries. It's a beautiful thing. We've seen so many people become 7-figure earners, and it's a beautiful thing. People that at some point had jobs, they had jobs when they came to us, and then now, they're running their businesses and making 7 figures. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Dude, that's awesome. I love that. Where can people learn more about you, connect with you, follow you? What's the best place for us to go?
Brother, I believe that the quickest way to get a hold of me is through Instagram, Carlos Reyes.
Okay.
Carlos Reyes, Instagram. I'm very active on there, very active with my direct messaging. I'm just very active on there. So
sweet. I love hearing that, because it's not, I don't like, I do Instagram, but in the service industry, it's more of like, oh, let's take pictures of AC units, or, and it's kind of cliche-ish. And I love hearing that you're on Instagram and you're super active on it. And that's a good way to connect.
Absolutely.
Cool, brother. Is there anything that I missed? I didn't ask that we would totally value?
No, brother. Like, one of my purposes, it changed. So, our whys and our purpose changes, right? And in January of 2019, my purpose changed to, I said, you know what, I'm going to serve the community. I'm going to serve society. I was talking to God, and I said, the way that, I want to be your vessel, just use me. How do you want me to serve? And when I started to ask how, right? How do you want me to serve? Not like what I wanted. My life changed. It's like the more people I help, like I can say this with with complete transparency, is I have a very solid reputation in the real estate investment world.
Yeah.
And I believe that the reason, it's not because I flipped over 1,000 houses. That's not it. It's because I have helped a lot of people. That's kind of where my reputation is. I feel it. I see it. I'm not one of these dudes that comes in and demands, demands respect. Like, I come in and someone sees me and they just give me respect.
That's what's up. I love that. I mean, it's ultimately the giver's gain. I mean, not that you aspire, you don't give to receive, but
no.
It's a natural recursion. The more you give, the more you receive, for sure.
I think my upbringing has a lot to do with with my purpose and mindset.
I could totally see that. Yeah, for sure. Cool, man. Well, I truly do appreciate you carving out some time for us and our followers to check you out and listen to you. And definitely, if you're listening to this, watching this, connect with Carlos. I mean, his story, we didn't even go into much detail here.
It was a 30-foot overview. I didn't want to.
Yeah, right.
I didn't want to make anybody cry today.
Definitely check him out and check out his story. It's a really impactful one, for sure. So with that being said, thank you again for listening to or watching the Service Business Mastery Podcast. I am your host, Tersh Blissett, and thank you so much to Carlos for coming on. Don't forget to connect with Carlos, allinnation.com. Also check that out. And with that being said, I hope you have a safe and wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.